Preparing to go live, setting up your meeting. All right, it looks like we are live. 3, 2, and 1. Take one. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I want to give you a happy early Thanksgiving. It's coming, it's coming. And so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to just be taking an opportunity to take a look at how can we be thankful? And yes, there is a way that you can be thankful, and it just is the wrong way. So oftentimes we try to make ourselves be forgiving and be thankful for somebody, and we're just like not. Honor whatever it is that you're feeling, and then you can really have this experience of being thankful, because it allows for, instead of resistance to that emotion or resistance to how you feel, or I shouldn't feel that way, or that's not kind, or let all the judgment go and allow yourself to connect to that part of you that's feeling whatever he or she is feeling. Hey, you have every right to feel that way because of this, this, and this. That's why you feel that way. And I hear you and I acknowledge that. And you might be able to say, well, you know, I'm the one who's in the wrong because of that thinking. It doesn't matter. Just connect with it. Let yourself be in that experience. Notice the emotion and see what happens. Allow yourself to be like, wow, I'm being heard. I'm being listened to. Somebody cares. Instead of we're hoping that somebody out here cares. Instead, you're helping yourself to see that within you, the one you can control and the one that you can tell is being honest and straightforward and upright with you. Wow, I really feel loved. Right? And you can also allow, depending on what your faith is, depending on whatever term you use, you can allow God to flow through you. And if you say universe or whatever term you use, your journey is your journey. And so allow that to flow through you as well, right? That love flowing through me and filling me up. So that way, when I'm wanting to be thankful, it's overflowing out of me from God's love and God's abundance. It doesn't have to feel like I'm forcing something, right? And I'll just give you an example. So there's someone in my life that I really don't want to talk to, but I stay connected because I want to grow. I want to be able to move myself through my emotions about it. And boy, do they push emotions about it, right? And so I just allow myself to see, what do I need to work on? What's that pushing? What's that bringing up? And not that you have to, it's just who I am. It's just what I want to do, because I want to use this time in my life, this opportunity of being here to grow through anything. Why not? And so as I'm doing that, it's like, I don't want to talk to them. And it's like, okay, so what's coming up for you? There's disappointment. There's, I don't feel cared about by that person. I don't feel like they want to try. And so it's like, okay, so I'm making up that they don't love me. I'm making up that they don't want to try for me. I'm making up whatever. And so I have to pay attention to what I'm making up. And as I do, it's like, oh, I'm making up that stuff, which is making a tough situation worse. So instead, what I can do is I can pay attention to, that's who they are. That's who they are to everybody. That's who they've always been. And they're most likely not ever going to change. So I don't have to take it personally. I just say, okay, yeah, I'm not giving that person my power, even though they didn't want it anyways. I'm not putting that kind of effort into that person. Instead, I'm going to stay in the place that says that person thinks that they're broken. That person lives as though they're broken. That person doesn't know love, doesn't know connection, doesn't know relationship, doesn't know compassion, doesn't know empathy much. And so it's like, if I was that way, I would feel so empty. I would feel so yucky. I don't have another term. It would be such a low frequency. It would be so hard to get out of. And I've been there in my life. And so what I can do is I can stay in an attitude of forgiveness that says, my stuff that comes up, let me work on my stuff and let their stuff stay their stuff and not take it personally. And when I'm doing that, then, and as I'm talking to you guys, by the way, I'm actually going through this. This isn't just talk and words. And so already, as I'm thinking about calling this person for their birthday and for Thanksgiving, already I'm feeling more like, oh, Okay, I just gave myself acknowledgement for the emotions I was feeling. I just saw what those emotions were. I just reminded myself that their behavior has nothing to do with me. It's just the same way with everybody. And I'm not going to allow that to come in. Instead, I'm releasing it. I'm going to continue to release it. Allow God to have this. Okay, God, I'm giving this back to you. Not sure why it keeps coming back. You know, it's just new layers coming up. Thank you for that. I'm imagining filling myself up with God's love, allowing all of that to come on out. Remove, 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 release, 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 allowing his love. And as I imagine his love, I imagine it like a beautiful white light filling up my body, filling up my mind, filling up my heart and my esophagus, my throat, down into my diaphragm and stomach where that tightness was that I was feeling. Instead, I'm feeling that release. Now there's still some stuff there. And so that lets me know there's some stuff I need to work on after this, because I wasn't planning to do this with you guys. It's like, okay, so there's my body holding some tension. There's my body holding some sadness. I can feel it. Some anger, I can feel it. And so I get to still do some work there. And so as I'm allowing that, the level that it was has decreased. Like I could tell it was at like a 50 or more, maybe even like 100. And it's kind of gone down to like a 30. And so it's already feeling better. And so I just give you my personal example so you can see how there's a way to do something like, oh, yeah, I'm thankful for this person. Let me call them, right? Even though I might be coming across like, hi, how are you? Happy Thanksgiving. It's more like, hurry up and hang out. Or I hope I'm talking to your voicemail. I'm admitting that one because I do hope I get their voicemail. But as I'm working through this, there's a part of me that says, no, I do hope I reach them. And it's getting better. Like that's increasing. My confidence with it is increasing and my frustration with it is decreasing. So I wanted to share that with you today as an activity of how you can get yourself into the way of being and being thankful and grateful. And so just allow yourself to practice that. And just like what's happened for me, if there's still stuff there, it just means there's more work that needs to be done. So it's important to allow yourself to realize you're not meant to have to do this alone, right? You're not meant to have to figure this out. You're not meant to have to live with this. You don't have to. And so these are ways, this is why I come on here each week to give you new ideas, new tools, new understanding, to help your mind, to help your body, to help your experience. You can have more intimate connections in your life. So you can revive your relationships, starting with you. Right? What I just did, the other person has no idea. They're not going to have an idea. And they probably don't even watch my recordings because they don't care. But then it's like, yeah, but they don't watch any recordings that are healthy for them and they don't change their life in any way that's healthy for them. So again, it's not about me. Release, release, release. Right? Okay, cool beans. So that's the way to help make sure that you're doing it in a good space that feels good for you, that you're not resisting, that you're not ignoring how you feel and just trying to get through something. Because as you clean it up, now it's like you're really in gratitude, you're really in connection, you're really into that, oh, okay, this can feel really good. And it doesn't matter where this other person's at, I'm in this really good place. I'm feeling gratitude. I'm allowing myself to make changes in my life and feel loved and grow and thrive. All right, cool beans. So now you'll see in my posts throughout this week, as I'm talking about how there's ways that you can practice. So yesterday, you'll see in the heart, it's super cute. I love it. You'll see, let me go ahead and go back to it actually, so I can share it with you specifically. You'll see 1 through 7. And the idea is that there's so many ways that you can practice gratitude. So there's no wrong way. Look up on Google all the ways I can practice being grateful and show kindness and be in gratitude. And so there's no wrong way. But a couple of them that I suggested is allow yourself to practice it for 21 days. Now, there has been proof that beginning a habit starts in 21 days. Like, you get that pattern, you get that practice, you get that rote down. So the body starts to do it almost automatically. Now, 21 is a number that was chosen because it's within the, like they figure if you practice it within a few weeks, that's going to be good. It's not enough, right? How long did it take you to learn how to eat, how to walk, how to do the basics, how to learn how to speak? It takes the mind some time. It's not going to take forever, but it will take it some time. And we have to practice. And I promise you guys, I do this too. I have coaches that I work with. Same stuff, work with, same stuff, work with, same stuff. It's like, why? When am I going to get this? You are getting it. You are getting it. Every time you practice, you're getting it again and again and again. And so it's becoming more automatic. Neural pathways take a little bit of time to etch it in. And because you have the neural pathway to the old way, that way still is, you know, you might find yourself automatically going to the old way that you do things because the body goes, oh, I'm in heightened mode. I'm in fear mode. I'm in panic mode. I'm in angry mode. And so the body spikes and it jumps to what it knows automatically instead of what you've just been learning. And so it goes back to the old neural pathway and reinforces it. And so we just, no, we're coming back over here. We're just reinforcing this way. And as we continue to reinforce this, the old neural pathway begins to atrophy, right? Kind of like a muscle. You use it, it stays strengthened. You don't, it begins to atrophy. The neural pathways work the same way, but just like with your muscles, they're not going to atrophy right away. Even if you've been bedridden for like 3 or 4 weeks, it's going to be hard to use them, but they're still not gone. They're still there. So when you get up and start to use them, you just strengthen them again. So there are times when we might find ourselves going back to the old neural pathway, but there's nobody to call us out on it. So we're not even seeing that we're doing it. And so we're strengthening that old way, not strengthening the new way. And we just need that support to come on back out, somebody who knows us and understands what we've been doing. Like when I'm coaching my clients, and it's just like, no, that's all you're doing. You're just back into the old programming. There's nothing wrong with it. Your body just went into automatic, and we're just going to bring it back out, make it more mindful, check and see what brought it to that automatic place. So when that happens, now you can catch it faster and faster and faster and move in. And so as I'm doing this with my clients, it actually creates a new programming. It cleans up the old programming. It cleans out that space. But again, it also brings in nurturing, that if you find yourself back in that space, it's not beat up, which reinforces being there. Instead, it's like, no, come on back over there. No, come on over here. It's okay. I know why you went there. It's understandable. Love, fill it up with love. We don't need to go back over there. Fill it up with understanding, fill it up with compassion. We're moving over here, back to the new neural pathway, back to the new practice, back to the new understanding, back to the more mindfulness. Now, soon enough, just like learning to drive a car, the more you do it, the more you don't have to think about turning the key and which pedal to push. But like, I'll tell you, during COVID, I didn't drive like at all. I did everything virtually. When I got in the car, I had to think about stuff. I had to, wait, what's this? What was that rule again for this? Now, I have more memory issues than most, but even still, you're driving and you're like, oh, this doesn't feel comfortable anymore. I haven't driven 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. This feels a little, and you have to get used to it again. The same thing when you're into these new neural pathways and these new trainings, it's helping practice. That's how the brain works. So starting with something in 21 days is actually a really good idea because it allows you to get that practice in. And the idea is if you skip one, you start over. Now, my thought is you don't have to start over and feel like you didn't accomplish. You just keep going, right? You just keep going until you feel like you're solid in having done, like this is becoming automatic. Now, for some people that could be a month, but for most people it's 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. For some things that you've been doing your whole life, it could be a year or more. I've had some clients that I've been working with for some time, but there's new things that they're working on and new challenges and new arguments and new levels that they want to get to and new jobs and new things and new some things with the kids. And it's like, let's work on that. Let's take that to the new level. Let's take that to this new understanding. Let's take that to that new intimacy level that you're having. Let's take that to that new compassion level. Let's take that into that place that you weren't willing to go before, but you could see you're willing to go there now. So it's about development, taking little baby steps until you're jogging, and then you're running, and then you're sprinting, and then you're pole vaulting. Because that's how it works. And then you're flying a plane, and then you're jumping out of the plane, and then you're traveling and visiting all across the world. And that's what it looks like. And so it continues to build and grow and develop. There is no stagnant. there's never stagnant because of that development that continues. All right, cool beans. So a couple other options is being able to do a handwritten thank you letter. So if you're having Thanksgiving and you have a thank you letter, even a little thank you sticky, it doesn't have to be a lot. You could even buy something that says thank you. Handwriting isn't your favorite. You can also write on the computer in something that says handwriting, and it looks like your handwriting, and it's not. So it allows you to be able to create this thank you and this support and this I appreciate you. The other is you can create a gratitude list, the things that you are thankful for, and read it every day, especially when you're feeling kind of pissy, right? Read it in the morning. For the first 60 seconds of your morning, get right into that frequency. It's so important that you get yourself there. And a lot of times people talk about frequency, but they don't explain anything. And so I'm going to share with you something that is going to be real helpful for you. I shared it last time as well, but I think, doesn't it look like my head is being squeezed? I don't like it when my hair is up. My head looks like I'm like an alien. Yeah, it doesn't look any better no matter where I go. Anyways, so I'm going to share the screen with you so you can see this experience with me. It's really very helpful to keep in mind. It gives us an aspect to be able to measure something. And when we're actually able to measure it, the brain can understand a little bit more. And this is called emotional vibration analysis frequency. Okay. So let me know when you see it. That's not big enough. I'm gonna make it bigger. All right, guys. This is so important for you to understand. And when you see it like this, it becomes more tangible. When you're in fear, right? And we don't often think of fear, but anxiety. Fear heightened is anxiety. Anxiety heightened is panic. When you're anxious about somebody coming over, going over to their house, or what are you going to say, or what are you going to do, or they're going to ask me this, or they're going to ask me that. Think about what you want with that person. Why are you in relationship with them in the first place? I love them. I care about them, right? So that's number 4. Allow yourself to really connect and love on that person. And you don't have to be like all weird about it. It's allowing you to feel very good with them. It's allowing you to remember why you're doing this in the first place. So for example, and thank you guys for the hearts. I appreciate that. Hearts back to you. So for example, let's say I'm feeling really anxious about this, and it happens to me too, by the way. I'm feeling really anxious about talking to this person. They're going to ask me these questions, and I feel like they're going to be judgmental. And I feel like if I ask them questions, they're going to be reactive and so on. And so instead, I think about, I love this person so much. That takes me over to this. I don't know if you can see my little clicker, but it takes me over to the 500. So it's moving me up from 100 of fear and anxiety or sadness and grief. It's moving me all the way up to 500. And this has been studied. When we feel these particular emotions, there's a frequency vibration that we give out and that we also feel within ourselves. So even if I might be feeling 100, because I'm thinking about how I love them and why they're in my life and all that they've done for me and all that I've connected to and how they've helped me in my life, I'm at that 500. And I'm also, if you could see the smile coming, I'm at like 540. So I've actually brought it up and I am feeling more peaceful, although that anxiety is still there a little bit. The more I focus on why I want this relationship and what I want to create, the more it pulls me there, right? So the idea is it's going to have you continue feeling that love, continue feeling that connection, continue to be in that practice of bringing yourself up to that higher frequency. Make sense? Okay, so now, as you're doing these things, they're opening up opportunity for you. So the other thing I'm going to share with you, it's called an infographic, but basically it's like a design of pictures because the subconscious mind works better in pictures. And so when we give it pictures, it's feeling like it really can connect and really hold in that information. So let me go ahead and share that with you right now. And let me know when you see it. Okay, it's actually not showing. Give me one more second. And as this is coming up, go ahead and share this link. Share with people, help them to understand what's possible for them. Help them to understand that they don't have to be stuck in their fears. They don't have to be stuck in their anxieties. Help them to understand that they can create intimacy. Intimacy into me, I see, and intimacy into you, I see. There's 2 levels of that intimacy. And as you're allowing yourself to share that, other people are beginning to see, oh my gosh, this person thought of me. This person understands me. This person cares about me. This person really gets who I am and what I'm about. And it allows you to be able to create that experience with them, and in such a way that you don't even have to say anything, because you're just sharing it with them. You're being able to let them see and let them know, hey, I care about you. And you know, when you said that the other day, I want you to know I'm so thankful. I really resonated with that. Or, you know, we've had troubles in our relationship, but I want you to know that I'm just ready to get past it. I want to learn how to do things. And this lady here, you know, her name's Tammy Workman-Lopez. She knows how to help us to do that. She knows how to help us to create these changes. And just so you know, guys, I do this on Zoom. So if you ever wanted to connect with me live Wednesdays on Zoom, let me know, because I can get you the login information and you can come right on here with me. I post it on my Facebook, but sometimes people see the videos and they don't read the post. So I want to share that with you so you know. And if you're part of my group, the I changed it. It was freedom from negative thinking. You'll probably see that, but it's actually called Relief from Anxiety and Negative Thinking for Entrepreneurs. If you're part of that group, you'll already see that information. So make sure that you get into the group and you'll see that information every week. I want you in here asking me questions for your life, be able to get the answers that you need. All right. So now, what we're taking a look at now is that gratitude list I was talking to you about. Ask somebody else to also do a gratitude list and share with each other what you're grateful for. Then you'll maybe include what you're grateful for about them, and they can do the same thing. And practice these gratitude lists for the very first 60 seconds of every single day. And you know what? I do it in my head, but now I'm going to make a list myself too. Because I'm like, you know what? Sometimes I forget. And then sometimes I don't go a full 60 seconds. So I want you to create a list that will take you 60 seconds. So it may be a list of 60 things that you're grateful for, because we read really fast. But you can actually slow down. I'm grateful for that because. I'm grateful for that because. You can put down a person's name and then a couple points of why you're grateful, or a thing in your life that's going on, or the clouds, or the birds, or the trees, right? And find things that if you feel like you're not grateful for them, like for instance, when I work with a lot of clients, they're not grateful for themselves. They're not grateful for their bodies. They're not grateful for their minds. Sometimes they're not grateful for their relationships or their parents. Find things that you are grateful for. So for example, I'm grateful for my mom and dad having given birth to me. I'm grateful for the fact that they were able to keep me alive. I'm grateful for the fact that my dad stood up for me when my mom was abusive when I was little. I'm grateful for when my mom stood up for me when my dad was abusive to me when I was older. I think both of them did it for their own reasons, but I'm still grateful for those facts. I'm grateful that they screwed up so I could learn all the things that I learned to make me this person that I am now, to help other people that are in their own pain and their own struggles. So even though there's a lot that I'm not grateful for with my parents, a lot of stuff that they did that was hurtful that I've had to do years and years of helping heal and all that, like I'm grateful that I did do the healing and I did do that progress. And for a long time, I didn't feel attractive. I was sexually abused, so I thought that people would want me for that pretty much. And so I had to really come into practicing, I do love this body, right? And initially I didn't love it for like, I didn't find it attractive. I was kind of repulsed by it. But what I did love it for is it kept my bones and my intestines together. I loved it that I could hold somebody that I loved and I could feel them. that my tactile kinesthetic aspects and nervous system was working, right? I loved that it helped me with my emotions and it helped me with my thoughts. So I was able to love what I could love and not make the other parts wrong, right? And so as you allow yourself to be in gratitude of the things you can be in gratitude of, it helps you to love something more and more and more. And it's like, yeah, I do appreciate this body. And I don't see it just for sex, right? I see it as like this cool, kind of weird looking thing that God created that helps us get around. And it's kind of lanky and, like, how does it even stand and how does it have balance and how does it work? Like, it's super cool, and all the nerves and everything that runs through it and the way the muscles work and muscles that contract and expand. And like, there's so many things about your body that is so effing cool. So you can look at all those things and be like, oh, electricity is flowing through my body. Freaking awesome. And so you can be in that space, right? Like, I've worked with a lot of moms who felt overweight and unattractive. Like, your body brought life. Your breast brought food to bring life, right? And even if they didn't, they still were like super cool, and these glands and how it works, and like your body tells you what your baby needs. Like, there's so many super cool things about our bodies, right? And then, like, if you're a dad, like, the fact that you helped bring life, right? The fact that you are the strength, right? The fact that you are the one that could help your partner and your children feel so loved in a way that only comes from man, right? Women have women and man have man. And it's like, that manness makes a huge difference. That womanness makes a huge difference, both in their own. So really being able to love and nurture on yourself, appreciating yourself. Oh, wait, I don't think that picture came up. Let me share that with you. Loving your body, no matter what kind of limitations you see, no matter what kind of experiences, that's the wrong thing, that come up for you. Sorry about that, guys. It just keeps clicking the wrong thing. There it is. So you're being able to appreciate yourself and love yourself. And this is a picture of just ladies, but the same thing goes for you guys. Appreciating and loving your body, your mind, your experience, your emotions. For guys, it can be very difficult for appreciating your emotions and the thoughts around them, right? We've been taught men are supposed to be strong. Men don't cry. The hell is that? Crying cleans out a system. It doesn't matter if it's got a vagina or a penis. It's about helping that body release any emotional toxins, any emotional experience. There's not weakness in it. It's weakness in that belief. Because then that makes the body literally weak because it can't take out the toxins. So allowing yourself to recognize and appreciate who you are. Expressing that gratitude by saying thank you, but not just to others, to yourself. Allowing yourself to practice unexpected acts of kindness. And this is for someone else, but also do the same for you. If there's something you need to do, going to the gym, going for a walk, giving yourself that food that you need, taking away the foods that are unhealthy for you, instead of overeating, stopping, balancing that amount on your plate, instead of getting into an unhealthy relationship again, taking the time to have that relationship with you and get help to do it. In so many different ways. You're giving yourself that unexpected kindness. You're creating that intimacy. Into me I see and love and care for. You're creating those opportunities. Well, it's actually covered. Let me see if I can get that off of it. Yeah, finding those opportunities for yourself. Finding ways. And if you're not sure, reach out to me. I do this. I help people plan all the time. We're just creating a roadmap. If you don't know what direction to go in, you just kind of find yourself looping in circles. It's not your fault. You haven't been taught or trained. That's all it is, right? It's like, oh, I don't know algebra. That means I'm stupid. That means I'm broken. No, just means you didn't go to algebra class yet. Or maybe you don't want to. You don't have to. So it's being able to take a look at what are the thoughts you're having about yourself, about your life, about your experience, what's blocking you, what anxieties, what negative thoughts, what emotions are there to actually explain to you what you need to do, but you just don't know how to understand them yet. Getting that support helps you change your perspective. It helps you clear up the old stuff that's going on in your subconscious mind, those limiting beliefs, that baggage. You get to declutter your mind. There's nothing wrong with you. But if you have a house that's got packed full of stuff, there's nothing wrong with the house per se. It's a great house, but it's being ruined by all this stuff. And so the house isn't broken, but all the stuff in there is actually making it not livable. All that stuff in here is making your body and your emotions just feel totally out of whack. There's nothing wrong with you, but we got to clean that stuff out. Because it's actually making stuff wrong with you. But there really isn't anything wrong with you. You get that stuff out of there, you're going to feel clean, relieved, connected, understanding your own thoughts and emotions. So then that gives you space and time to understand someone else's thoughts and emotions. You can do this, guys. Absolutely can. I'm actually starting a group tomorrow on the 17th. And it's a cycle through, so you can't miss anything. And you just allow yourself to do the work, right? It's 4 sessions. And if you miss any one of them, you can come back and come to the next one. Don't feel like you have to do this alone. I did it. I did it alone until there were times when I would get a coach or I would get a therapist or I'd get somebody to help and I'd feel really good. And then I'd think I had to do it alone again. And then I'd get another coach and round until finally I realized I need that guidance. And I need that support. I need somebody to be able to connect to because I'm going to a new level all the time. That's just who I am. And so I need somebody at that next level to tell me, this is what's easier. You don't have to struggle through it like that. Why would I want to do it any other way? That's just asinine. My mom used to say that. I don't even know what it means, but basically, it's kind of backwards. Why do it backwards? We don't have that much time here. Why make it so complicated? And I was definitely one to make everything. And then allow yourself to get out. And even though this shows the trees and whatnot, this little guy is here for a reason. When you connect within you into appreciation, you're not just appreciating what's out in front of you. You're appreciating the fact that it's a part of you. You're appreciating the fact that you're a part of it. And allow yourself to be in that. Allow yourself to know that truth, to love that truth. Allow yourself to take care of you and love on you in these beautiful ways, reviving that relationship. That is what you're here for, right? We're asked a very few set of rules. Now we've messed things up, so we have a lot of rules now, but the basic rules are love God, right? Or whatever term you use. Because that takes you into that bigger space. It takes you out of all these little things that can drive you nuts. It takes you into that bigger, wiser being of who you can be. Love others as you love yourself. Now we tend to remember love God, love others. Love God, love yourself, love others. The second one is love yourself. We think love others is the second one. Now, if we're loving God, great. But if we're not loving ourselves, are we really, really loving God? And here's the thing that I have to ask myself all the time because I still struggle with loving myself. I still have to work on that every single day, but I have the tools now to do it. And I also have the coaches that help. If I'm not loving myself, I'm not really loving God either. I'm just giving myself the finger. It's funny, I did that the other day and I didn't realize what was going to happen. But I was basically like, if you're not loving yourself, you really can't love others to 100%, and you're not loving God. You are saying, God's wrong. No, God, I know you're saying, love this being right here. No, I disagree. I disagree. You're wrong. I need to doubt myself. I need to be perfect. I need to be some other way to be loved and be accepted. That's not true. You are just as lovable as if you took that brand new baby that you see, you hold it in your hands, and you say, wow, wow, what a miracle. Look at the little fingers and the little toes and the little head and the little booty, right? Look at the little everything. So cute. It's awesome. It's going to be a great little guy, a little girl. What changes? Not a damn thing. It just gets bigger. It's still perfectly that perfect little creation, that perfect little human being. Now, of course, there's no perfect. When I'm saying a perfect human being, they're perfectly them. Think of your name. And then think of that baby with that name. And then say it. Right? Perfectly Tammy. Perfectly John. Perfectly Melissa. Perfectly Autumn. Perfectly April. Perfectly Tony. There's nothing that baby can do to be any more perfect. That baby is perfectly that baby. That human being is perfectly that human being, and it's only going to get bigger. Anything it does or grows or learns is gravy, is extra. It's perfectly its own human being that God created and said it is good. And love me and love others as you love yourself, which means learn to love you the way God loves you. Learn to be thankful for you as this beautiful creation who can't get any more amazing. You're just going to learn and grow and thrive. And we define that person as being more amazing, but you're not more amazing than that amazing life, that amazing human being you were born to be. You're just finding yourself as you go through this life. You're becoming closer to that baby as you're becoming wiser and more connected to love, more connected to acceptance, more connected to understanding how to be in that intimate connection with yourself and then with others. I hope these things helped you. I hope you feel that support and that acceptance. Let me see if I can. I hope you see how you can move from any one of these negative, not bad, negative frequencies. The moment you think, I accept myself, I am willing to make a change, I'm willing to try something new, you pop up from fear and anxiety of 100 all the way up to 350, all the way up to 310, all the way up. Why not? Practice it, do it. You guys have it. And if you want any of this information, if you want the recording, if you want the infographics, which basically you'll see they're a blueprint, they're a guide to help your subconscious mind as well as your conscious mind make these changes. Step into willingness, step into acceptance, step into love and joy and enlightenment, which is what you're creating as you're listening to this right now. You got yourself to 700, baby. Plus, you deserve it. You know that you're loved, whether you like it or not. All right, you guys. You have a wonderful week. I look forward to seeing you next week before Thanksgiving. Actually, isn't Thanksgiving? Yeah, I will see you before Thanksgiving. And we're going to have a Thanksgiving meditation next week, really just to calm your mind and calm your body. And as you're listening to this recording, you can allow it to also be a meditation. Just allow yourself to sit and relax and listen and let the words just wash over your ears, your mind, your body. Let these truths just sink deeply into you. And as you meditate on them, listening to them, concentrating on them, anything else that comes up, you just let it come up and let it flow away. People think you're supposed to clear your mind, and our minds are always coming up with thoughts. The idea of clearing your mind is just continuing to listen to the sound of my voice and let the rest not even worry about it. And as you continue to redirect back to these words that are helping you, it's actually helping you to focus and train your mind how to only focus on what you tell it it's going to focus on. And that's what they mean by clearing your mind. Then as you get better and better, you can literally just focus on God's love. feel the quiet in your whole body. And just feel that love flowing into you. That helps you to clear your mind. People get afraid. They think it means you're going to let stuff in. You're focusing on God. You're focusing on love. That's what you're letting in. You're not letting in something that's not good for you. You know better than that. Your mind and your brain and your body is strong and powerful. And you ask God to just take care of your mind and your body and wash over you and keep you safe. He's stronger than anything in this world. And with that supernatural strength, that Holy Spirit strength, so are you. God promises it. All right, you guys. It's been an honor to be here with you. I do hope I see some of you reach out to me and get registered for tomorrow's group. And like I mentioned, you can't miss a thing. It's 4 sessions, and those 4 sessions are going to repeat. So anytime you might miss or whatnot, you just join the next one. Also, too, if you find you do all 4 and you want to do it again, then instead of being the $397 for the 8 sessions, it's going to be $100 for a retake. So just allow yourself to have that support. You don't have to do this on your own. Why? Why do it on your own? You take care of you. Bring it in. Big squishy hugs. Get as many hugs as you can for health. Ask people first. And if they say no, it's okay. Give them an elbow bump, fist bump. Virtual hug. You take care of you. Ciao for now. All right, so we're going to stop the screen share. Cool beans, you get to see my squished head. All right, you guys, you take care. Have a great week and a great weekend. Mwah. Ciao for now. Let me know how this has supported you or any questions it's brought up, because that actually helps me to address them the following Wednesday. So I include that in there for you. You make sure you get your questions answered. Your voice is important. Bye for now.